Have some breaking news on CBS 4 and our streaming news service this hour. Copter 4 was just over Hinkley High School. That is where there's been a shooting in the parking lot. We know 3 people were shot. 2 were taken to the hospital. 1 took themselves to the hospital. Of course, Hinkley High School on lockdown right now, and parents are being notified. Started getting these reports into our newsroom around 12:15. As for a location of that school, that's east of I-225, south of Colfax. CBS 4's Michael Abeyta on scene. Michael, I saw Aurora PD just tweeting out, still a very active scene. What are you seeing?
Dominic, still very active. As a matter of fact, parents that I've been talking to say that they are still letting kids out of school. I just finished talking with one parent who said that their son heard the shots and went immediately into their school shooting protocol. They hid under their desks, and when he was able to be safe, he texted his mother to come pick him up. She said she is still waiting for her son to come out. There's still not a whole lot we know right now. Other than that, what you said, 2 people were taken to the hospital from here, and 1 other person took themselves to the hospital. Now, there's a huge perimeter around the school, everywhere from the south on Chambers Court all the way north to 13th, and police are keeping a very tight, secure perimeter here. We'll give you more as soon as we learn it on CBSN Denver and CBS News at 5 and 6. For now, reporting in Aurora, Michael Abeyta, covering Colorado First.
All right, Michael, thanks so much. Now, this shooting happened shortly before Governor Polis was prepared to give a COVID update, but he did take time to address this violence.
First, just moments ago, we've heard that there was a shooting outside of Hinkley High School in Aurora. 2 people were transported to the hospital. They are in our thoughts and our prayers. And we, of course, as a state, need to redouble our efforts to reduce youth violence and improve public safety. We've proposed $115 million in the state budget for improving public safety, recruiting and retaining law enforcement, co-responders, meeting behavioral health needs, reducing recidivism, community policing, and really making sure that across Colorado, no matter where you live, you can be safe in your home or safe in a park outside of a high school. In particular, with the 2 shootings in Aurora, we are going to have a renewed focus on reducing youth violence. And we'll look forward to learning more about that in the hours and days ahead. But now, as a state, we pray for the recovery of the 2 individuals who were transported to the hospital.
All right, so going back to Hinkley High School, there's a heavy police presence at the school, especially in the parking lot. Again, this is the 2nd shooting involving an Aurora High School in just the past week.
Oh my God. No. No. Oh my God.
That's some incredible video. In that video sent to us from a parent of a student, you could hear a large number of shots being fired. Now, all this happened as community members gathered for a peace rally to address Monday's shooting. That happened at Nome Park, right next to Aurora Central High School last week.
It's not a me problem. It's not a you problem. It's a us problem. And it's terrible when we say, oh, it's a drive-by. It was probably gang-related. We don't know that. What it is, it's people-related. And that means somebody else's child is hurting somebody else's family and that child.
So a lot of questions as we have, again, a 2nd shooting involving an Aurora High School in a week. Today, 3 people hurt at Hinkley High School. 6 Aurora Central students were shot on Monday. State and city leaders say Colorado has to do more to address these problems of youth and gun violence. Of course, again, we have crews on scene. We will keep you updated on CBSDenver.com. Also, CBSN Denver with complete coverage beginning on CBS 4 News coming up at 5.